The Houston Rockets and Minnesota Timberwolves played game one yesterday. Now I'm watching the game and I see that guy, number 32 center, Karl-Anthony-towns, the best player on Minnesota. This man gets 9 shots. I believe he had 8 shots in the fourth quarter with so many seconds ago that I think he had his ninth shot. And Minnesota had a chance to steal game one. Yes, James Harden, number 13 guard, he went off for 44 points. But the rest of the Houston Rockets did not have a great game. The Houston Rockets didn't put up the points that they usually put up. And Minnesota was there to take the game. But you had, like I said, that guy, number 32, who's the best player on Minnesota. This man had 9 shots. Now, I'm having this discussion with my son. My son is 10 years old, and he loves the three-point shot. But what the three-point shot does is it takes guys like Karl-Anthony-towns, a dominant big man down low. It takes away his touches. Karl-Anthony-towns should touch the ball 30 times a game. Now, I said touch. I didn't say he should shoot the ball 30 times a game. But the offense should be ran through him at least 40 to 50% of the time. He should at least have 20 shots out of those 30 shots with 35 touches. You can't have Jimmy Butler and Andrew Wiggins having more shots than Karl-Anthony-towns. Karl-Anthony-towns is the best player on the team. You have to run, especially when I agree with Charles Barkley. He said, okay, I understand that the Timberwolves want to shoot threes, but when the game is close, when it's tight, you have to go down to Karl-Anthony-towns. Nobody out on the Rockets team can guard Karl-Anthony-towns. They got Clint Capella is the closest person that can even think about guarding Karl-Anthony-towns, and he cannot stop Karl-Anthony-towns. As good as a defender he is, he cannot stop Karl-Anthony-towns down low. Now, the Minnesota game plan for next game should be we're going to give Karl-Anthony-towns the ball as much as possible. Run the offense through him. That way, you have double teams coming down, and you can have a lot of wide open threes, or threes with when you have a decent amount of space, a decent amount of time to get the three off. The NBA has gone so far left to shooting threes. Everyone does not have the personnel that the Golden State Warriors have, or even the Houston Rockets. Those are the only two teams, in my estimation, that should be putting up that many threes a game, like 20 threes a game. And you have a lot of teams out here that have three people that can hit the three, but they are not three-point shooters. They're not three-point specialists. People like J.J. Redick, he's considered a three-point specialist. You know what I'm saying? Andrew Wiggins, Jimmy Butler, they can hit the three, but they can also shoot you out the game by going 1 or 6 or 6 from the three-point line. So these teams with these dominant big men needs to get the ball in their hands. The defense will collapse eventually, and you will have wide open uncontested threes instead of having contested threes. A lot of these players and teams I see shooting threes, a lot of them are contested threes. You cannot eat off of that. You will starve most days. So hopefully Minnesota sit down, look at the film, because last game they played dumb basketball, and hopefully they'll look at the film and say, man, we should give Karl-Anthony-towns the ball at least 15 times. We would have won this game by maybe 10 points. And it would have shifted the series. Now Houston, they had a not so good game. Now their antennas are up. They're going to come out firing on all cylinders the next game. But let me know what y'all think. I'm out.